Ladies and gentlemen, I prepared notes, but after watching the videos and hearing the wonderful words about talking about purity of the heart, I think it's only best that I speak from the heart. I grew up in India and came to Canada when I was 5.5 years old. Raised here in Vancouver and became a police officer, and you get to see the challenges of our society. Became a soldier, and you see the challenges that face us around the world and the conflicts that we all know too well in the Tzu Chi Foundation. What you do, and you do with purity of heart and with compassion, regardless of religion, culture, or even border, is what we need in this world right now. As Minister of National Defense, I travel a lot, but I travel to conflict zones, and I see the complexity of what's happening around the world. And with those challenges that we see, it brings and warms a heart when you see organizations like the Tzu Chi Foundation going with immediate response to helping humanity. Not countries, but humanity. Because regardless of border, what country, what community, what religion, these are human beings. And you do this with a pure heart, and you do it with compassion. And I can assure you, as in Canada, we see stability, but we have a responsibility to the rest of the world, because you can't be an island of stability in an ocean of turmoil. And we need to bring calm to the rest of the world. And I want to thank you, and on behalf of the Prime Minister of Canada, for what you're doing and the example that you're setting for the rest of the world, and the compassion that you're bringing to the purity of hearts.
There are certain things I want to say about the Tzu Chi Foundation, which is that this is an organization I find very inspiring. This is an organization founded in the deep and ancient Buddhist wisdom, made contemporary through the teachings of Master Cheng Yan, that is giving practical, daily expression to the sacrificial love of people for others. And this, I think, actually is the highest and truest expression of religious faith. But in many respects, I think it's an example to all people, especially of Chinese origin, Chinese cultural origin, in human dignity, in deep spirituality, and in good citizenship. And this is a lesson that you need to teach to all Canadians, and you do teach it, not by lecturing to people, but through your example, through your practical example. And there's no more profound teacher than that. Authentic love being expressed through sacrificial gifts for others, and that's what you do every single day. It's amazing to think now that since the foundation of Tzu Chi in Canada, that you've raised over $38 million and contributed countless, hundreds of thousands of hours of volunteer work. I know I've seen Tzu Chi working in our communities across Canada. I remember going into a store in Ottawa and seeing volunteers collecting money for the victims of the Sichuan earthquake, I think 5 years ago. And whenever there's a big disaster, you're always there. When there are children who need special help after school, you're there. When there are the homeless who need to be fed in a soup kitchen, you're there. When there are elderly people who are lonely and need some encouragement and some friendship and some companionship, you are there. And so on behalf of the government of Canada, on behalf of our Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, I say to you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the work that you have done to make Canada a better place.